welcome back to the channel. Here we are for this 2,000 point game against Stormcast, mine obviously, and Stu's Disciples of Tzeentch. We've come down to Catholic Gaming Club and we're going to have a bit of a battle. We're just going to go straight out kill. So before we go any further, let's have a look at the armies. And here is my 2,000 points of my Stormcast. Just one new model, we'll get him in a minute. Firstly, my general is the Lord Arcanum Griff Charger. I'm giving him the command trait Consummate Commander, which is as a hero phase, if you roll a 4+, you get an extra command point. His command ability is the Soul Energy. I'm giving him the extra spell Thundershock, which is on a 6, it's a cost value 6. Roll a dice for every enemy units within 6, and on a 4+, it suffers a mortal wound and -1 to hit. The Griff Charger ability, I'm giving him Savage Loyalty. It's just when he's killed in melee, if he rolls dice on a 4+, the unit that kills him suffers D3 mortal wounds. I'm also giving him my artifact, which is the Arm of Destiny. It's on a 6+ against wounds. Moving on, the new model, Arcanum on Foot. The only thing I can give him is an extra spell, which is Celestial Blades, which is a +1 to wound on a unit of my choice within range, and it's 5+ to cast. Next up, we've got Knight Encantor. She's already on the dais there, and I'm giving her the extra spell of the Azerite Halo. Basically, put it on a unit of mine, and any unmodified saves of a 6, it's the attacking unit suffers a mortal wound, so that's quite handy. Other two heroes, we have my two favourites, Celestin and Heraldor here. Moving on, I have two 5-man squads of Judicators, each of the prime of the Shockbolt, a 15-man squad of Sequitors, that's my backline because Arcanum is my general, and a 5-man unit of Evocators. Hopefully I'll link them up somehow and it'll how they're meant to. And to finish off, I have the other two Stormcast spells, the Vortex and the Comet, which Harry loves. Lastly, it was meant to be a unit of Vanguard Raptors, but we left them at home. So to make up the points, we've got a unit of Castigators and the however you say it. That one, yeah.
So exactly 2,000 points.
Yeah.
Right, so this is Stu's Disciples of Tzeentch army. Are you going to talk us through it, Stu? Or are you going to try to?
I'll try to. We've got an Ogroid Thaumaturge as the general.
Yep.
Demon Prince, Sangor Shaman, Gaunt Summoner and Magister as the rest of the heroes.
That's the Magister, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Then for Battleline, we've got 10 Pink Horrors, 2 units of 10 Kyric Acolytes.
Yep.
And then a unit of 20 Sangor. Then to finish it off, we've got 3 Skyfires.
Yep.
And 2 Chaos Spawn. And then endless spells, we've got the Umbral Spell Portal and the Chronomantic Cogs.
Excellent. What artifacts and command traits have you got?
The command trait for the general is Illusionist, which gives him an additional -1 to be hit with ranged attacks.
Oh, so -2 if there's a big unit. Very nice.
He's got the Wicked Shard as his artifact.
Yep.
Which allows him to re-roll all to hit and wound rolls if he successfully unbinds the spell.
Wow.
Spell-wise, he's got the one the Thaumaturge starts with Infusion Arcanum,
yep,
which gives him a +1 to hit. The Shane's got Shield of Fate and Arcane Transformation. The Magister's got Glimpse of the Future. The Gaunt Summoner's got Treacherous Bond and Unchecked Mutation. And the Demon Prince has Treason of Tzeentch.
So a lot to keep track of.
Yes.
So
and the Pink Horrors also have Tzeentch's Firestorm.
Cool. So I expect to see a lot of tokens to remember who's been affected by what.
Yeah.
No battalions?
No battalions, no.
2,000 points on the nose?
2,000 points on the nose.
Oh wow, that means nobody's going to get the triumph that we always forget.
That makes things simple.
Right, so Stu has decided to go first, but we've got a special guest, look! It's Ian! Anyway, Stu, hero phase.
Right, I'll start with the Ogre Thaumaturge, the Umbral Spell Portal.
Yep.
Which is a casting value of 5.
Gets it on an 8. Is Lucy within range?
Who cast it?
It's the guy with the wings.
She is within range with Arcanum and Incantor, so do you want to try and stop that?
Yeah.
So you need a 9. Nope.
Place that within 1 inch of the
And then it's, is it 30 for that? Or
18.
18. Still not bad. Right, so next up,
Is the Magister casting Glimpse of the Future. That's a casting value of 7, and if successful, I add 1 dice to the Destiny dice pool. That's a 6.
so that's a fail.
However, I've rolled a double.
Right,
The Magister has a rule that allows him to cast another spell if he rolls a double,
very nice.
regardless of whether it's succeeded or failed. He's going to cast Arcane Shield on the Sandor.
You mean Mystic Shield?
Mystic Shield, same thing. Failed.
Oh well.
That's a good start.
Right, so next up, the Shaman guy is going to cast Arcane Transformation on Ogroid.
Yeah. Casting value is 7. If it's successfully cast, it adds 1. I can add 1 to the move, bravery, or attack characteristics of one of its weapons.
Ugh.
So that's cast
10. Lucy still has 1 more Unbind within range with Arcanum. Do you want to try it?
I don't know what else he's got. There's going to be something nasty, isn't it?
Well, he hasn't. He's only tried Arcane Bolt through the portal, haven't you?
No.
No?
Yeah, I'll let that slide.
Okay.
So I'll give the Arcane +1 attack with his Great Horns, which is the attack that has -2 rend and does 3 damage. That's the second fate point.
Yep.
Then we'll do the Gaunt Summon. We'll move on to the Gaunt Summoner.
Yep. Where is he at? He's here.
Yes, he's going to cast Treacherous Bond on the Carrick Acolytes in front of him.
And what does this do?
Treacherous Bond allows him to... So casting value of 6, I pick a unit, and as long as that unit stays within 9 inches of him, I can shift any wound on the Gaunt Summoner to that unit on a 2+.
Very nice. Sounds like Tau.
It's cast on a 7.
What did you roll for it?
7.
Right as well.
9. She stops it.
Okay.
Have you run out of spells yet?
Yeah. Because most of them, not in, most of the wizards currently aren't in range of the portal.
Cool. Command abilities now, maybe?
We have no command abilities, apart from the basic ones.
Wow. Fair enough, so movement.
Yep. So moving to movement.
Right, so movement phase. Do you advance these 5 inches back?
Yep.
These?
Sorry.
You've not moved them yet.
Yes, they've moved.
They've moved. These advanced.
Yep.
The spawn moved 11 inches.
9.
9. And these have all advanced up, so
They've all walked up.
walked, which means they can shoot.
Yes.
Yay.
They're not shooting.
So, Skyfighters, are they shooting first?
I will check.
Right, so as we suspected, these guys are going to shoot Heraldor. -1 to hit though, because he is within range of a unit of 3 models.
Ah, yes, so...
So you +1, -1. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Well, that's 1/6.
That's 2 6s.
2 6s, so that means 2d3 mortal wounds.
2d3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So that's 4 mortal wounds.
That leaves him on 1 wound. But you haven't got the Shaman can fire as well?
Nope.
No?
No.
Have you got any other shooting?
Nobody's in range.
Way! Right, and that's it for the Tzeentch turn. So Lucy is now moving over into the hero phase. She did roll for Consummate Commander, but she rolled a 2. So just the 1 command point which she's saving for the time being.
Yep, so also Heralder, he's going to let the Secretors run and charge.
Yep.
So, spells.
Scenery, Ian. What, you want more?
No, I've been knocking some scenery down on
With Heralder. She nearly put 2 in the list.
I nearly put 6 in the list.
You're a bad man.
That's wrong.
Right, I'm going to start and straight away I'm going to heal Heralder.
And this is with Lord Arcanum's own spell.
It's Healing Light, it's called. Casting value of 5.
I sold all the good stuff.
She gets it on a 10.
Well, I will attempt to combine it with the chaining.
Don't do it, don't. That's a 9, so it doesn't quite. So Heralder heals.
D3.
Oh, wait, isn't D6 if you roll more than 8?
Yes.
What did you roll there?
2.
So he heals 2 wounds.
Shooting again.
He's going to run and hide.
Success.
Right, so you've got 2 more spellcasters loose.
Yep, I am going to summon the Comet, hopefully.
Who from though? Because you. Arcanum?
Arcanum on foot.
Oh, 10.
I'll attempt with the Thaumaturge to combine.
10.
Yes.
Which means it goes off.
Can anyone guess where it's going to go?
There.
Yeah. So
That's going to do lots of horrible stuff now. You've
roll
got.
the dice for each unit within 10 inches.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll work that out in a minute. Incantor's still got another spell though, hasn't she?
She's going to summon the Vortex,
Oh.
which I've never used before. 6.
7.
The Demon Prince will attempt to stop. Combined, sorry.
Oh, he stops it. Nice.
However, you've cast 2 spells successfully, so I get 2 fate points.
What, you get them in?
Yep.
Oh.
Any spell.
Right, let's work out the damage on that comet. So movement phase.
I have done... right. Well, Herald's ability let them run and charge. I rolled a 4 for their run. Celestin's ran up behind them, and Griff Charger... Arcanum on Griff Charger has pushed through to stay in range because these need to be wholly within 9 for his command ability to work. The Evocators have pushed up behind, just there, they've just walked in and run. I had to move the Judicators along so Griff Charger could get through. Other than that, I've just shuffled things around. These 2 have pulled round, ran him, got a 2, so he's jumped up hiding. Cascaders, they've jumped into the cover there. And these Judicators here have just pulled around a little bit, so it's further for Stu's spawn to charge, because I do not like the look of them. Other than that...
I just want to point out as well that Stu's custom built these. This is a human centipede ghoulie, and this is 2 orc ardboys.
I've got a Stormcast one, but I'm waiting for a spell so I can bring it up.
Ah, fair enough.
So, we are going to start shooting with these Judicators here at the spawn. The pink is the prime with the shockbolt. So 3s and 2s. Yep, that does D6. 5.
Yep.
Take that. And 3s again.
That's not good. Yeah.
Yep.
3 minus 1, Stu.
6s. So 3 wounds on 1 spawn.
And I have just remembered, against Chaos, my Judicators can reroll 1s to hit. So... it didn't matter. Still 3 went through, 3's better than none. The second unit, excuse the mess, second unit of Judicators is going to go at the, I don't know what they're called.
Skyfires?
Yeah, the fire things.
Yeah.
3s and 2s. Reroll on 1s,
Yes.
thankfully.
Oh,
come
what, your
on.
prime.
And 3s. 2 minus 1.
6s.
Nope. Does that kill one?
Yeah.
Way.
This is on one wound after the...
Oh yeah, the Comet as well. Killed one of these guys, wounded him, killed the Pink Horror, wounded the Shaman. He's upgrades down to 5, the Demon Prince lost 1 and killed 1 Acolyte. So not a bad round.
And not finished shooting.
Nope.
I'm going to go next with the Ballistara.
Yep.
And I am going to do the single shot. So it's pretty much like the shock bolt of the Judicator.
Yep.
And I'm going to go at the fly guys again.
Okay.
Same things I've just done.
So you only hit on a 5 though, don't you?
No, 3 because it's the single shot
right.
and it explodes like a shock bolt.
Stu's dancing all over the place.
Castigators.
Yep. So they can do one of 2 things with their weapons, either increase the rend or increase the damage, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Are these 2 wounds each, Stu?
Yep.
The Castigators are going to go for the guys just in front.
Zangors?
Yep. The prime is the same as the Judicator, it's +1 to hit.
And you're channeling your energy to reroll 1s?
Yes, so the accuracy. Accuracy instead of the rend. All hit. And 3's to win. So that's 2. Oh, yeah, 2 at -1.
So I will... Is it 1 damage?
Yeah.
I'll go for the shield to ignore the wounds.
Well, you go 6 up save, then a 6 up ignore wound.
No, 1 dead.
Hey.
Hey, I did this thing. I think that is all my shooting.
So Heraldor blew up this piece of terrain and did 1 wound.
I'm going to throw Celison's hammers out of his cloak, so D6 for 2, and on a 4 plus the Sangors, what's that then? So for mortal wound. So that's 1 mortal wound on them.
So, he dies.
Right, so Stu's just said that was a very important casualty, Lucy. And why is that, Stu?
Because they get +1 attack for every 9 men in the unit.
And there's now 17. So, charging, Sequitors.
Come on.
They're going to make it.
It.
Yep. Are you charging Arcanum in as well?
Yes, with Unger.
It is probably going to make it in.
Hopefully, might catch the end one.
Right, so we piled in.
We did.
Right, so we piled in, and Arcanum has used Empowerment.
Yep.
His command ability Soul Energy, to allow these guys to reroll saves and hits. It's a shame the Evocators didn't get their power off, but never mind. Interesting enough, they've only got 1 inch reach, so all of the big maces can reach, and this one guy can reach there. So, Lucy's going to roll all the Grand Maces first?
Yes, they run the blue dice, and the normal guy with the normal mole is the 2 little pink dice. So I'm looking for 3 to re-roll and all fails.
Not a bad roll. And then re-rolling them. 1 miss.
I need another one like that for the wounds.
Not re-rolling this time though.
Yeah.
Unlucky. That's better.
It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at -1.
Wait there. That one's... Oh, is that just them? No, there's 8.
Yeah, sorry, 8 at -1.
8 at -1 doing 2 damage, and then 1 at -1 doing 1 damage.
Right, the ones -1, so 6s. That's 1.
Yep.
And then the one at, so that's...
So each of them's 2 damage.
Yep. So that's 14. So that's 15.
And then just a single one.
Yeah, I failed that one.
Yeah, but don't you get your 5 up?
Yeah, I failed. And now I get the...
Yeah, but you still get your 6 up against the 1 wound.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, right.
So
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Of course, Stu is going to get the swing back next.
4s.
So this is the Great Blades, yeah?
Yes. Hitting on 4s.
Wow. Nice.
Wounding on 4s. So 3 wounds at -1 then doing 2 damage.
So
5 up save, re-rolling.
well, it's not. It's a 4 up save, re-roll, and then the modifier. That's the way it works. So you can re-roll the 2 because that's a failed save, and then you apply the modifier. So then the 4s fail.
Yep.
So 1 damage each, Stu.
2 damage each.
Oh, that's 3 of them dead. Back 3, Lucy.
Yeah.
The Savage Blades.
Yep. And you're getting re-roll 1s here to hit. Said because of paired blades. That's what you've just told me.
Their Savage Blades can add 1 to any hit roll.
Ah, right. So you're hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Not bad.
Wounded on 4s. 4 wounds, no. Medic that.
4 up, re-rolling. No, 2 go through.
1 damage.
So kills 1 more. I presume again the guy at the back.
And then I've got 1 guy with a Savage Blade and 1 with a Great Blade against the Arcanum.
Yep.
The Savage Blade doesn't hit on 3s because he's
The leader.
no, he does hit on 3s, he's the leader. 1 hit, 1 wound.
Any
No
pen?
end.
3 up. Yep, fine.
And then the Great Blade, no hits.
Wow.
And then
I think you got off reasonably lightly, Lucy.
He's not finished.
What?
Savage Beats.
Savage Beats.
Oh.
10 of them, so they get 20 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s.
Are these all going for the Seculars?
2 of them will have to go for
Arcanum.
yeah, 2 attacks on the Arcanum first, hitting on 4s, wounded on 5s. No. And then all these against the Seculars. It's quite a lot of misses there.
It's a 4 ranking.
Wounded on 5s. So 2 wounds, no rend.
4 up, re-rolling. Yep, I'm fine.
That's it.
So
bad.
I'll come back with Lord Arcanum. I'll come back with Lord Arcanum now. He gets 4 attacks with his Ether Stave, 3s and 3s. Oh. So that's 2 at -1.
2 saves at -1 on the Zangors.
6s.
D3
D3
damage
each.
3.
6s. So 1 dead, 1 wound.
And then the beaks, the razor beak and claws from the stave. 3s again. Right, that is inflicts a mortal wound instead, and that misses. 3s, yeah, that's -2.
So
1 save at -2.
there's no save, so just a set damage.
And then 1 mortal wound.
Yep.
So 2.
2 6s. Oh. So that's 2 damage total.
No, just 1. 2 total.
Yep.
So kills that 1 guy and wounds the next.
Yep. That's fine.
So Stu's used Inspiring Presence,
Yep.
which means he's not going to run. Lucy, meanwhile, took 4 casualties, but she's bravery 8.
So 5 or 6. I'm
And she's fine. So, that is turn 1. But at the start of the battle round, Stu, this pulses. Let's see what damage that does before we roll for priority. Okay, so down here, Lucy rolled a D3 for the damage against the Shamans, and against the Skyfires, and she rolled a 2, which means a 4, so she inflicted 2 wounds on this one. Very, very close. I'm guessing they're better bravery than 6. Stu used the Destiny dice.
They are bravery 6.
So you would have actually had to take a battle shock on them. He's used the Destiny dice, fair enough. He used the Destiny dice on these to use a 1 to get D6 back, which put the 1 back. And then the Comet did 1 wound at the start of the battle round.
Well, that does now mean they've got 4 blue horror fate points for summoning a blue horror unit.
Very nice. He's took another wound, so he's down to 4. He's took another wound, he's down to 6. And Stu managed to pass his 6 up with them. So very, very cool. However, this is where it's going to matter, I think. Stu wins ties. He rolls a 4. Lucy rolls a 4. Stu wins.
I will be going first.
Stu's not being very nice here. Tell us what the Zangors are doing.
The Zangor Icon Bearer
Yeah.
allows me to, for every wizard, friend or foe within 9 inches, I get a dice and then can pick a target within 18 inches, and for each dice that I roll on a 4+, I cause a mortal wound.
And he gets 3 dice.
Oh no.
Oh, he's on 1 wound!
2 mortal wounds.
So
See,
that
he's just sitting up here minding his own business, playing a tune, and you just...
Yeah, it's not a very nice tune.
you've got loads of spells to do now, though.
I have.
Now the issue you've got is, do you want to get rid of this because this is giving you a -1, so you need to use a cast essentially to dispel it. What's the casting value of it, Lucy? Is it 7? 6?
Whether it'll be Saturdays
It's
or
only 6.
Yep.
So you need a 7 to stop. Well, technically you need an 8 because a -1 makes you 7.
I'll use the Gaunt Summoner, who can do 2 spells.
There you go.
You do know I can bring it back next turn.
That's fine. I can attempt to dispel it as you cast it.
That is true.
Right, the Gaunt Summoner does have 2 spells, however.
He does. So that's 7. That was for his own spell.
Yeah.
Through the portal, which means that Stu would have rolled a dice for every model in that unit, and on a 4+ takes a mortal wound. Lucy was prepared to stop it though.
I was with Encanto's auto stop.
Now, here's a question, right? Gaunt Summoner was more than 30 inches away from Encanto, who is there, but it says that the spell and everything is measured from here. So could she dispel it if it's measured from there?
We
will
read it as if we can. But it's technically coming from the portal.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
No.
So, next spell, Stu.
hello, I've got this
Shaman.
The Shaman, which is this guy.
He's going to drink his Sorcerer's Elixir, which means he can cast 2 spells.
Yeah.
The first one he's going to cast Arcane Transformation on the Ogroid, the Demon Prince.
Okay. And what does this do?
It's the one that adds move, bravery, or an attack.
Cool.
And it's cast a value of 7.
Fails.
And then he's going to do his own spell,
Yeah.
Boon of Mutation, at the Secretors.
Yeah.
Also casting a value of 7.
Fails it. It comes to something when the Stormcast can magic better than Tzeentch.
You get the job. What? But
Then I'm going to do the Magister.
Yeah. Which is here.
Yep. He's going to do Chronomantic Cogs. Hopefully.
Yep.
On the 7.
No.
I think I've had it up to 7 with all of them.
I think Lucy probably wouldn't have minded the extra 2-inch movement at this point.
The extra spellcast.
Yeah.
So that's the Magister failed.
shields can be useful.
Wow.
Oh, the Demon Prince.
He's casting as well.
Yes, he's got a spell. He has Treasonous. Yeah, he's in range for the Secretors. Casting value of 5. Do you think I can get 5?
I reckon. Well, maybe it's not, because you know you've been rolling lots of 1s and 2s, Stu.
Yeah, I'll lend you some money, but at some time...
7. And what does it do?
I pick a model. I roll a d6 for every model in that unit.
Yep.
Let's check the errata.
So that was the Demon Prince's spell on the Secretors. There's 11 models in the unit. Lucy?
I was going to try and dispel it with the Whip Charger, but Encanto was just going to cancel it straight out. First time I've used that.
Which denies you another fate point, Stu. Is that your last spell?
Nope.
No?
Horrors. I'm going to cast Tzeentch.
Imagine Tzeentch versus Sylvanas with 2 sets of wild ones.
I'm going to cast
That would be horrible.
Tzeentch Inferno, which is now being renamed.
Okay. So through the portal at the Secretors. So casting value of 9. What's this doing?
From 96, every 6 will do D3 mortal wounds.
So you auto
See, this is the one that you needed to stop.
I didn't think it'd be that bad. So I shall try and dispel it with BattlePlan and over.
So you need an 11.
Come on, double.
Oh, she stops it! Tzeentch who?
Yep, that.
Is that it?
That's Storm spell here.
Stu, how many spells did you get off that turn?
1.
So the moving phase, Stu has decided to leave the spell portal behind. Pretty much apart from them two. So the Acolytes have pushed forward, the Horrors have pushed forward. The Skyfires have come this way because they can see a Heralder. And the Spawns potentially might be able to make the charge against them Judicators to tie them up. The Demon Prince is actually up here, but Stu's just dropped him and broke his sword. So an Ogroid might be going in against him. Yep, with the +1 attack that does 3 damage. Yeah. Shooting phase, Stu. What have you got to shoot?
Right, 10 acolytes.
These guys.
Yep.
Yep. Sequitors.
They have sort of bolts.
Right.
Which aren't brilliant, but they've got a skull to give them 18-inch range. But I don't think they're not within 9 inches of 0, so they only hit on 5.
Okay.
But I'm going to shoot the Evocators.
The Evocators. Ah. 2, 3. Yep.
Wound on 4s. 1 wound. No.
1 damage. So just 1 wound on an Evocator. Come on, do the bit that we're all waiting for.
Think horrors.
Yep.
9 think horrors.
That's 18 shots.
That's 9 shots.
It's 40k, they've got 2, isn't it?
They're going to shoot the second dust, so they've got an 18 in range, so that's the only thing.
Yep.
Force to hit. Force to
2 wounds.
no rend.
She passes them. If you had that spell.
And then the one you've been waiting for.
Skyfires.
Skyfires.
No, you don't get -1 if you're in cover. That's what Bryn was saying. You get +1 save. But the castigators.
Okay. So 3 for the
Leader.
the others, and if I get a 6, it's not.
Which one's the 3?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh!
3 more for wounds.
So he's dead. Because that was 1 wound. At least she didn't bring 6.
Yeah.
He just sitting there nice and quiet.
What? Playing his trumpet causes a rock storm. Fate dictated that he wasn't going to play much more of the part.
Any other shooting?
No.
Right, so charges then. So the Spawn needing a 9. He rolls an 8. You can spend a command point to re-roll a charge, remember? But you probably want to save it for that. Cool.
Yeah, we'll try my 30% charge.
Yep. 3.
Should be enough.
Should be enough, yeah, 'cause you can be 3 inches away. Oh wait, he's dead.
The demon prince is
9, yeah. That's because he is up here.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, not
You're not command pointing that. Okay.
yeah, I'll charge into the sectors.
With the acolytes. With a 5, that's going to make a couple of them get in at least. Right, so Stu is going to go first with Ogroid, and he gets +1 attack with his horns because of the spell, but this is the staff attacks first. And he hasn't suffered enough wounds to use his ability, has he?
No, but it does get mighty bulk after completing the charge, hitting it with 1 inch that suffers D3 mortal wounds, so we'll do D3 mortal wounds to the Lord Arcanum.
3, which Lucy can ignore on a 6.
Is the Brazilian armor. For 1 save, so 2 more.
He takes 2 wounds. Has he only got 6 wounds?
Oh,
That was the Lord Arcanum normal one. 7, so he's down to 5.
Then we'll do 2 attacks with the Thaumaturgic staff, which hits on 3s.
Oh!
Wounds on 3s.
1 wound.
1 wound -1.
She fails it.
3 damage.
3.
3 success.
No, drops him to 2 wounds remaining.
Then we'll do the 2 attacks with the Great Horns. Hit on 3s.
1 hit.
Wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
-2 rend. Flat 3 damage.
5 up. Oh!
We have 4 attacks with Exploding Hooves.
What?
Oh yeah, it's a twins. Hit on 4s.
2 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
No.
6. Bounces back. Told you he was cheesy, didn't I?
I'm not. I'm not average. I might be good or very bad.
I know he can save himself.
No, he can't.
Oh, he can't save
He
himself.
didn't spell himself, but his ability to do it once per turn, he can't actually use it on himself.
You can use it on another Lord Arcanum, but you can't use it on himself. Right, so Lucy's activating the Sequitors.
Yep, now I haven't piled into the...
Acolytes.
because I need to get rid of the Vandals for it.
Yep.
The command ability is still on, so I'm rerolling hits and saves. So, 3s.
And this is all with Great Maces apart from the pinks are the Maul. You reroll hits. 1 miss with the normal Maul again.
Let's see how this week.
Not rerolling wounds yet, unfortunately. These will be brutal if you... Wow, that's a good roll, Lucy.
Right, so
Keep that one separate.
there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 at -1.
2 damage each. That's 4, 5, 6 Stu. And then each one of them is 2 damage.
We also need 1 more rend.
Well, that'll kill the one wounded one, wouldn't it? Right. Ten? Well, that's definitely the squad wiped, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 wound. It's close. Forcing Stu to have to go that way to keep the banner alive, which means Arcanum is safe, Lucy. So not bad. Which means I'm guess Stu, you're retaliating with them 2 Zangors. Oh no, well, with the Acolytes. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference either way around that side because both units will be safe, but we'll see what damage Stu can do against the Sequitors with them. Right, so Stu didn't do anything with the Acolytes. Lucy passed 3 saves.
Yeah, 1 at the -1 rend. Anyway, so moving on, Lord Arcanum's going to hit back at the
Ogroid.
Ogroid. So 4 attacks with his steer, 3s and 3s.
Does the Ogroid have hemorrhoids?
Nope.
So 1 miss, Lucy.
Yep.
3's to wound. Oh!
1 at -1.
Passed. And then,
Failed D3.
wow.
2.
Drops him to 3 wounds remaining because he got 1 back.
Yep, and the razor beak and claws. We're up with the 6s on the hits, with 3s to the wild. And 3, that's -2. 1 damage.
Drops him to 2 wounds. And then Stu gets to fight back with 2 acolytes. That's the one. So the Zangors failed to do anything. And Stu has spent Inspiring Presence on them, spending his command point, and Lucy didn't lose any models other than Herald at that turn. I think you got off incredibly lightly.
I would have lost 4 successes
Than Herald there, yeah, absolutely, especially considering everything that's here now. So, yeah.
Anyway.
Lucy's turn. Okay, so you didn't get a command point for Consummate Commander.
So spells, I'm gonna use his own on himself, Healing Light.
Yep.
To try and heal himself. Gets it.
On a 10.
I will attempt to dispel with the pink horrors. Combine, sorry.
Oh, it was a 6 and it rolled back to a 2.
So because it's more than 8 of the heal, it's D6, come on, more than 2.
4's good, puts him back up to 6 wounds.
So next, Lord Harkonnen on foot, he's going to cast Celestial Blades onto the Secretors.
Okay.
There's a custom value of 5.
On an 8. Double 1. So that's a 6 counts as 2 hits, is it?
No, it's +1 to wound. So my second
Right.
now, +1 to wound.
So the wound on 2s. Oof.
And Knight and Pantor.
You've got the Dais, you've still got the Hurricane, and you've got the Comet again.
I'm going to see you comment.
Of course she is. Gets it on a 9.
I'm going to attempt to combine that with the
Let's measure it where she wants to put it. Right, so Lucy did manage to get Empower off on these guys. So combined with Celestial Blades might not necessarily the best combo, but it means that you do, which means that these guys are going to be beasts. Absolute weapons. Speaking of weapons, this little green birdie is a weapon, and Stu rolled off camera and rolled a 5+ for Arcana to suffer a mortal wound, which Lucy failed to stop with the Armour of Destiny. Movement though.
Basically, I've just pushed the Evocators up, and the 3 heroes there, the Cantor, Lord O'Connor, and Celestin. And I've pulled my Evocators here back, give them more, save them for next turn because they've got to come close, and they've got the range to shoot with them. And that is it.
Yep.
So not much movement at all, but I don't know because thankfully he's coming to me.
So shooting, who are we starting with first?
We'll start with the
Yep.
Alistar, sorry. And this time I'm going with the 4 shots.
Into the Acolytes.
Yeah, it's only 8 inch range. I'm hitting on 5s, but I've got 4 shots.
Yeah.
So hopefully at least one will get through.
She gets 2 hits, Stu. D6. 5. Slightly below average.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'm moving on 3s.
4 wounds.
4 minus 2.
For the shields. Passes 2.
Whoa, that's crazy. Next, we will move on to this unit of Judicators here, and these will shoot at the same guys.
The Acolytes, yeah.
We roll on 1s. The 3s and 2s, we roll on 1s. D6 for the shot ball on the prime. And 3.
Oof.
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 at -1.
6s.
Yep. Is this armour or is that a shield? Wow. No, it leaves 1.
Celestin's hammer.
Yep.
D6.
1 shot. Who are you shooting?
You know what? I'm going to go with these general.
The Ogroid.
Yep. So 4 plus mortal wounds. Yep.
1 mortal wound on your general, Stu. He's on 1 wound and that's the one that he got back as well.
The Castigators.
Yep.
We're going to shoot at the general.
And we,
I'm going to increase the...
right.
I'm going, in that case, I'm going
Would that have been entirely in combat as well then? Ranged. Right, right.
I'm going, in that case, I'm going to increase the range to 2 instead of 3 more than hit.
You're only hitting on 4s if you're shooting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So if these get through in -2,
No, because the unit has to be 3 models. Within 3. So 4s. She gets 3 hits.
wow.
666.
Increased wound. That's 2 at -2.
Wow. And you didn't rate castigators, did you?
No.
They definitely need bigger units.
Yeah, my walling is quite impressive at the minute. Let's see.
And you've got these.
Yeah, these are going to shoot at the spawn.
Issue the one. Okay. There is a Skyfire, but it's up to you.
Yes, no, yeah, go on to Skyfight. No, I'm splitting the tracks. The prime will go at the spawn, the other 4 will go at the Skyfight.
Okay.
They roll in 1s, there's chaos, there's d6. And I'll just roll them all.
Well, yeah, go on.
So you've got 1 against each at -1.
So he takes a wound and spawn. Kills that spawn. Not bad. That was brutal, Lucy. That was brutal.
You know, I just realised that my executives are booked to hell.
Yep.
Gentlemen,
Yep.
no, he's going to summon something really nice.
It does mean though that if he does happen to charge you next turn though that you are pretty safe.
Yeah.
So
You see what's in front of you. The world's one of the world's worst charging units.
we don't know what you're going to summon, Stu. We don't know.
Start the combat phase. I'm going to spend my command point to. Or should I?
You're already re-rolling wounds,
Yeah.
but it's up to you because don't forget it's in effect until your next turn as well.
I'm going to activate Lord Arcanum's command ability, Soul Energy on the Secretors, so they are now re-rolling hits, field wounds, field rolls, and they do also have Celestial Blades.
+1 to wound.
Just +1.
Do you want me to just take the 3 models? It'd be a lot quicker.
I feel so awful doing that. Oh.
It's up to you, Stu.
I'll just take them on, it's a lot quicker.
Okay. So battle shock. Did one of them die? 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he passed his shield save. That guy runs on a 6. Okay, cool. So he stays around. Does he run? Oh, fair enough. So now the comet pulses and does damage within 5 inches. Well, your Demon Prince is out of range, so it's only going to hit the Shaman, the Spawn, the Acolytes, and the Skyfire at the back.
So the Spawn.
Yep. Suffers D3 for 1. The Skyfire, D3. Oh, Stu! The Acolytes, 1, which Stu gets a 6 up against. Yep, and then the Shaman suffers 1 as well. Wow. Okay. Okay, so battle round 3 and Stu wins ties again. Lucy was a 5. 3, so yeah, Lucy's going first. So Lucy's just decided to use Lord Arcanum's lightning spell, which is essentially the old arcane bolt. Prime electric.
But if the passing roll was 10 or more, it does d6 damage.
No. So that's D6 mortal wounds on the Demon Prince. He is on 5 wounds because of the one that was done by the comet. Drops him to 1. She's still got 2 more casters down here, and of course the Evocators as well. Do you want to use the Evocator spell? Because you're nearly always going to use Empower, aren't you? Yep. She gets on a 7. Stu stops it on an 8.
Right, I will next try. I'm gonna do as a light halo tonight in Canto onto my secretary. Casting value of 5.
7. Is this the one where if you make a save roll of a 6, it bounces back?
Yes.
In Canto. 30, yeah. With Demon Prince can deny, can't he? Because he's up here. No, he didn't. The Pink Horror did, didn't he?
No, that's already done too.
Oh, right. No, I don't think so. You're 29 there. Yeah, 30. She's within 30.
What's this one then?
It's every unmodified one with 6 I use to save. I won't save it down to the mortal wound back to the attacking unit.
On the Secretors. Fair enough. Right, so let's go into movement. Yes, you do. Sorry, you've got Arcanum, haven't you?
Yep, we will do some celestial blades in here and also
Okay. And Stu can't stop it. So they're basically re-rolling. Oh, they've got +1 to wound. Empowerment failed from the Evocators, didn't it?
They do have as a right hero, which is to save 6 for some more wound against in shoot and
Yeah. That's nasty. Right, shooting phase. Well, end of movement.
Yep, basically I've just pushed my secondaries forward and rolled off hand, but I was very kindly placed it so the secondaries are holding the 9 of Arcanum for the Soul Engine. I forgot in the hero phase about his amulet. No, the command, constant commanded, I've rolled a 1.
She hasn't got a single command point back.
Evocators have run up behind, so has Encanto and Foot. These have pushed forward just high, and so has the
Ballista.
And these Judicators down here have pulled back a few just again to make it further for Stu to So shooting.
Celestin moved forward as well because Lucy wanted to put the hammers in there.
Yes, sorry.
He's only got 1 wound.
Yeah. Right, so... Oh, actually, I need to do some measuring before we start.
Right, Judicators.
The Judicators are going into the hovers for, but I've got nothing else to shoot at. They roll on 1s for chaos. All hit, that is D6. 6.
I can see what's happening here.
Right, I'm really sorry, I feel so bad. My wall is very good at the minute. 3s. So that's 2, 4, 6 at -1 on your horrors.
It passes 1. So 5 horrors down.
I will do Lord Celestin next, so D6 hammers from his cloak at the Demon Prince. So 2, 4 up, and it's a mortal wound. 1 mortal wound on your Demon Prince.
But your Demon Prince dead, Stu. Lucy moved the ballista the 3 inches so that she can get the long shot in against the spawn.
Do that now.
Yeah. So just 1 shot, I think, at long range.
Yep, just 1 shot on the first D6. Yep.
Hits.
D6.
1.
3s. That's 1 at -2 on your score.
Drops him down to 1 wound. 3 wounds, sorry.
This next unit for Judicators are going to go at the Sandor.
The Acolytes.
3s and 2s on the speed.
Wow.
D6.
Oh my god. And then, sorry about the plane going over, guys. We're on the army base, so.
So that is another
6.
2, no, 6 at -1.
Is this because of the shields? So 4 die. And you've still got the castigators, Lucy.
Fine, this one hits, so I will use the pink dice on him, and I will go at the Damon's Spawn.
Yep. Are you in?
I'm going to reroll this.
Okay.
For this time. So 3's rerolling.
It's only rerolling 1s, isn't it?
Yes, sorry. And 3 here. So it's 2 at -1.
So 2 more wounds on the spawn drops it to 1. Is that shooting?
Charges.
Sequitors?
Yep.
8 and Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger.
See what he gets.
With an 8, he might make it to the Gaunt Summoner. Nope.
What about them?
He can probably make it to them if you want to go, but then the problem is the comet's there, and then you're over 9 inches away from the Sequitors.
Yeah. I'll just pile them right round the back of
The horrors.
yeah.
Right, so down here, we've still only got 1 normal guy in. The last 4, unfortunately, just out of range. In fact, no, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 normal guy. Yeah. We lost 5.
Yeah.
So 3 guys can't reach in. So Lucy's still got a shed ton of attacks with the.
Yeah. And I am again spending this turn's command point so that they can reroll hits and
Saves.
And they are +1 to wound, but at this time I'm not rerolling wounds.
Do you want to know something else as well?
Go on then.
They're demons,
Ah.
which means your blues do extra stuff on a 6 to hit.
There we go.
So do you want to roll this and do your rerolls, and then we'll calculate up the total number of hits.
3's rerolling for us.
I'll pull the 6s out.
That's the lower misses.
Oh no, Stu.
No, it's only the Redeemer catch. And you start to shoot in case something happens.
Rerolling your failed hits.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's 3 more 6s, Stu.
Stick them to this side. So 2 misses in total.
Right, so each of them does D3 hits.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of these for now. I'll keep them in here. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more dice.
So you need 8 more because there's 6 there. So this is absolutely overkill, but let's do it, Lucy. Wounding on 2s because you've got Celestial Blades on.
I'm not rerolling. I missed with 3. 2.
But take the pinks out because them ones are different.
So that was a 3.
That's all of Lucy's Stormcast dice, but that's an extra 18. Only 18, Stu.
So 17.
Yeah, but then.
Oh
that-
yes. -1.
Hey, you made a few. Uh-huh.
Look how great the paint go. Actually, that is magenta pink, which we showed Stu the bottle, and he decided to go and get them to redo them.
And repaint how many pink horrors, Stu? Just 10. Do you like Sequitors, Lucy?
Yeah.
Do you want more?
No. Yes.
I will use 1 vengeance point because I've run enough for blue horrors.
Okay. And what does this do?
On 6 it would have done more.
Ah, right. So that means we go over to Stu's turn.
Arthur's turn.
Yeah.
Stu's turn 3.
Yeah. And he's got 4 acolytes, 2 heroes, and a spawn on 1 wound left.
He's going to summon loads of nasty stuff now. Stu.
Well, it depends. Do you summon at the end of the movement phase?
Yes.
So at least you potentially can cast some spells?
Yes.
Like 2? 3?
4 if I'm lucky.
If you get the cogs off.
5 if I'm really lucky. They can last none. Right, I'm going to do the Magister.
Yep. Is it the spell where you roll a 5+ and it does a mortal wound?
No. And he's got literally which would give me another destiny dice. Also has his own spell which is Bolt of Change, which he would attempt to do.
To get the extra spell from the cogs? No?
Do the Magister.
What does this do?
Bolt of Change on the Secretors.
Yep.
The D3 mortal wounds. The killer model, I bring a Chaos Spawn on.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's cast on a 7.
I try and deny it with Lord Arcana.
No, goes off. D3 mortal wounds.
2.
Kills 1. Which means you get a free spawn.
Yep, and a Chaos Spawn with a 3 inch of the
Within 3 inches. Haven't you? I thought you said you had the chaos. Haven't you got a Stormcast spawn? Oh, he made this just for you, Lucy. Look what happened.
That's just roaming so many.
It's a chaos spawn.
Oh. For every battle. It's a battle turn. They come forward.
Battle round.
Yes, they're not going to do that then, thank you. Right, the Gaunt Summoner
Yep.
is going to do Revenge spell Infernal Flames on the Secretors.
What's this one?
This is the one where I roll the dice. Each one in the unit and 4 they suffer a mortal wound.
You should have done that one first. Because there was 11 models.
And that's all we have successful on
8 in Can or Arcanum. It won't make a difference, so... Need 9. She's going to roll a 12, watch.
Oh,
No, it goes off, Stu.
Army looks running out now.
10 models. They're on
4s.
1, 2, 5.
Perfectly average, so 2.5 die. I'm guessing you want to take that one, Lucy, so you're now not in combat. And then 1 wound on
Anyway, it's not primed.
2, 4, 6, so it's that guy that's not the prime. Have you got one more spell, Stu?
Yep, one check to mutation,
Yep.
which is second row of 7. It is a D3 mortal wounds, but then on a 5+ it does a mortal wound, and that continues to go until I start rolling. So cast them.
8.
Are you doing? Yay!
Right, movement?
Yep. 2 units, 10 blue horrors, and the herald of this.
Nice. Both here. And there. And Gaunt Summoner's hiding.
Yep.
You do have a tiny bit of shooting though, don't you?
Yes, all the blue horrors do shoot.
Yep. Everything at the Secretors.
Yes.
And because basically Lucy's going to get re-rolls of saves, but then any 6s that she rolls to save bounce a mortal wound back to the unit.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Maybe not?
I might shoot the Lord Arcana.
True, but then you might want to hear him as well.
And
He does. He does.
against wounds and mortal.
Yep, that's fine.
Right, so all the horrors are shooting Arcanum.
Yes.
So they're normally hit on 4s, but the 5s because of, right, being a hero. That's 3 hits. Was that all of them? Ah. Tell you what, just... Oh.
Win on 4s. Yeah, sometimes the guys just say, yeah.
But haven't you got one shot with his staff?
On 4s, wounding on 4s. Yep, no red.
So 3. This is against
Arcanum. Yep.
Summoner also has something that with his staff, getting on 2. Direct attack rights.
Oh, they've got bows.
They've got sorcerer's bolts. They've put on 5s.
Six up. So he drops to 4 wounds.
And then the Magister
I'm
has...
staying on one of your blue collars on scarf. Usually the amount of scarves I've got is absolutely crazy.
Then the Magister will hit on a 4.
Nope.
That's fine.
Charges?
Yes.
Is everything down both horrors charging the Lord Arcana? No?
We might as well have a go.
Okay. Well, he's down to 4 wounds.
First off, we'll do the spawn charging the...
Yes. 3 inches. He makes it. This spawn here, because we removed the closest model.
Yeah, he's going to charge him.
Oh. 9. Gets him anywhere he wants, nearly. And then the horrors.
Which will need 9s.
Nope.
And the other unit. Also no.
Acolytes? You would lose them if you... Well, depends on which way they go. Because you've already got 2 in combat.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with.
Is that it?
Yep.
Who are you going with first? Because the spawn's on 1 wound and even Judicators are likely to take him down.
I'll go with the spawn against the Judicator.
Okay. So how many attacks?
He gets 2d6 attacks.
Wait. Oh!
If I roll a double,
Right.
I hit and wound on 3 instead of 4.
But you still only got 2 attacks.
Yes. Hit. 1 wound.
1 wound on your Judicators, Lucy.
Anyway, forward. No.
So that's a wound on a Judicator. Is that it?
That is up for that spawn, yeah.
Arcanum?
Yep. 4 attacks. 3s and 3s.
3's to wound.
Ooh.
1 at -1.
Yep.
And D3 damage, Lucy. Just the 1 wound. And then Stu going to go back with him.
2d6 attacks.
Double 1. Oh, an 11. Come on, you can do it.
Hit on 4s, wounding on 4s.
In the words of Rob Schneider, you can... Whoa, what?
Oh, hit.
How many 6s did you roll there? If she fails them all, she could die. No. Oh yeah. So he's down to 5 wounds. Oh, and then the Judicators are going to swing back against the spawn over there. So you've got 4 attacks with the normal guys.
Yep, so 3s with 4, I need to hit on 3s with the blue and 2s with the pink blue black. 4s to wound. 2 more then.
And he's dead. And that's turn.
Battle shock to anyone?
For you.
I took it at the end of my turn, he watched, I was fine.
What? Oh, right, you've already rolled.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Stu watched this.
Fair enough.
Well, like 2 or 1.
So bravery 7, she lost 3. Yeah. Do you want to go first, Stu?
I would like to.
See what you roll then. 4. Can Lucy beat it?
No.
She rolls a 3, so Stu is going first again. So the Herald's casting the cogs on an 8.
Successful.
Yes, I will of course try to do this spell
Yeah.
with the charger.
Yeah. 8, which means you don't stop it, Lucy. So the cogs go off, and I'm guessing you're going for an extra spell, Stu.
Yes.
Yep. I think. So you're going to go on summoner for...
Yeah.
Cool.
What's some of the infernal flames?
Is that the one where you roll a dice for each model?
Yes.
Only a 5. Yep. Nope. Stu, you really need... Well, the spawn can hit on 6s, but you can't cast any spells. And then this guy.
The Magister's still there. He's going to do his bolt again.
Cunningly luring it to an
On the Secretars.
Yeah. Does that fail again?
Yep.
6. Oh my god. So movement and shooting. Right, so shooting phase, you killed one Secretar that was on 1 wound, but Lucy managed to roll a 6, which means that the wound bounced back to the unit of horrors, but then you rolled a 6, so then that wound bounced back to the Secretars. And of course he's charged in as well. These guys with the shooting did nothing. Not a thing. So you want to go with the spawn first though, don't you?
Yes. And see if I can get rid of the cat.
Right, so how many attacks? 2d6? 6? Not bad. You have to roll very well to kill him still, but...
Is that his normal hitting on 4s?
Yeah.
He's hitting on 5s or something?
it's only for missile weapons.
Oh yeah, sorry.
1 wound. No then.
On Arcanum, 3+. Lucy, where are you going back with now?
The one you placed there, really.
So you put him there, you can have 2 when the prime go against them.
Yeah. It's all one comes now, Urbanmatz now.
It is, yes, and 6s do D3 hits because they are all demons.
So 3s and 2s to wound plus 4.
Celestial Blades, and you're still re-rolling hits because of your command ability. So, wow, there's 3 6s off the bat, and 2 re-rolls. Okay, so then 3d3 extra hits. So, basically 2 more for that. And then 2s to wound.
So 2, 4, 6 at -1.
6 vengeance, which they have no save at -1. So only 6.
Well, it's 2 damage each.
But they only get
So you'd have to roll double that.
10 then.
Oh, hang on, it's for each horror that dies, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's all 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 6 that get 10 dice. Any 6 is doing mortal wound.
Yep.
So that's 2 mortal wounds.
2, which will kill this one. And then I presume you wanted to wound this one on this end, Lucy. Okay. So then you get 8 attacks with them back at them blue horrors. What, as a sacrifice?
Are we going to do 2 wounds in melee combat? No.
So 1 6, and then re-rolling hits. So 3d3 hits for them. So you want an extra 3 more. Wounding on 2s. So 1 fails.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9 that are not that.
But it's 2 damage each, so it kills all 10.
3 mortal wounds.
Wow, so that kills them 2. So which means, Lucy, you actually lost 4 Secretars. Was that worth it, Stu?
Yeah.
There's something to die!
You get them for 3
But you've still got Arcanum to fight back
We do.
with 4 attacks.
3 and 3s. 2 at -1. D3. So 4.
Had he? I thought he took 1. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
So I need battle shock.
Yep, so you lost 4 plus D6, you need less than a 7. Oh, you lose 1 more, Lucy.
Yep.
So not the prime. Yeah, you'll have to hit the one from the end for coherency. That wasn't a bad round, Stu.
No, that was pretty good.
So my turn
4, yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Arcanum on foot is casting Celestial Blades on Arcanum on Griff Charger.
Yep.
5 fails.
He does, it's on all. 5.
Oh, it's on a 5.
Match to attempt to dispel.
And he does.
Darn it. Next, Encanto
Yep.
will do Azerite Halo again on the sectors.
10.
The Herald who attempts.
9 fails.
So that goes back on the and finally, Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger is going to have to do his one special attack in forward.
Yep. Who are you shooting it
finally-
at, though? Who are you casting it on?
I'm gonna go to him. That is a mage, isn't it? So it's basically Arcanum.
On 8.
Yep.
Does it need? Is it a 10 plus for the?
Yeah, so we move right.
Stops it with a 10.
So-
Not a bad round. So movement and shooting next.
Okay, so movements, everything is pushed forward from the back line. So 2 adjudicators have moved out 5 and the spell star has gone 3. I have pushed forward these, walked, and Lord Arcanum's gone forward as well. I ran the evocators to patch them up. I did forget their spell, so I passed it and then got it off, so they are rerolling wounds now. They did run, so did Arcanum on foot and my Encanto, and so did Celestin. He's just insane there, hidden under 4 of these guys right here.
He didn't advance.
No, he just walked anyway. Actually, I'm going to run him. Oh, he can't charge, oh no. So we'll leave him, and the castigator jump down and push forward.
Yeah.
So, moving on to shooting.
Yep.
The first unit adjudicators at the back, the only thing they can reach is these acolytes, that they call it. Right, so 4s, these oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
4s, 3s and 2s, sorry. So you only really roll 1s against chaos, so that gives us an extra 5 back. And 3s, so 3 at -1.
1. So kills 2.
Lord Celestin's hammers will come shooting through. 4 of them will. 4 on a 4+ mortal wound on them. It's 2 mortal wounds. This unit adjudicators can just say reaches this one.
It's only the front guy, so you've only got a single shot.
Okay, is it the prime?
Nope.
Okay. Wounds 1, -1. Oh, it's just 1.
Yep. But the Ballastar
It did.
can just reach this because he moved 3 inches forward.
It's the 1, isn't it? It's the 1 shot.
Yeah. Which hits.
D6.
This is horrible.
3. Oh, I will. I'm not going to say if I'm increasing the accuracy or the thing because I'm forgetting it. So,
That's on the castigators anyway. It's not on the Ballastar.
So that's 4 at -2.
2.
Castigators can't make anything there. Can't
Nope.
they? So that is the shooting. So charges.
Yep. Arcanum.
Arcanum.
4. You can put him in against both if you wanted. Yeah, that's what I meant.
No.
Do you want him in against both? Because you can reach both. Yeah?
Yeah. Yes, the tankers are going to have a long one.
Not with that. You do have your single command point. You could re-roll
Yes,
that,
I'm gonna
but
re-roll.
it means that you can't use his command ability in the fight phase.
Yep, but look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll re-roll it.
9 might reach. No, she needed a 10.
Darn.
Not quite, but still, you've got him.
Yeah, so we'll go straight in with him against the... Ooh.
You can split attacks because the guy on top can swing 4 attacks one way,
Yeah.
and then you've got the Griff Charger.
Griff Charger's going to go against the Mage, and him himself is going to go against
The Herald.
Herald.
3's 2.
-1.
That's against him. D3H. Oh! Come on, can Beaky do it? Can Beaky do it?
That's a mortal wound.
But
Well, then, mortal wound.
So he gets to attack back with 1 attack. Hitting on the 3.
he hits.
Wounding on the 4.
He wounds.
Right. I've got to read this one.
Right.
If the Warp Tongue Blade inflicts damage on an enemy unit, roll 2 dice. If the roll is higher than the unit's bravery, it's slain.
Right, so she has to fail the save first.
And then I have to roll over.
Any...
Is any rend?
Unfortunately, no.
So 3s. I'm fine.
And no matter what happens here, I think she's going to kill you in your combat or her combat.
Doesn't matter.
Do you want to do it? See,
Roll for turn 5.
do you want to Stu or not?
I don't think.
Well, Lucy did roll a 2. Stu rolled a 2. He went first, so he would win ties. So go on then. Go. You've got the extra spell. Let's see if you can take him out with spells. Yep.
Unchecked mutation on 7.
On a 9. Nope.
D3 mortal wounds.
For 2, Lucy can ignore on a 6. Drops him to
Then
3.
Then on a 5 plus I do another one.
She can ignore on a...
Then on a 5 plus I do another one.
So he's down to 2 wounds. It's not bad, Stu. No, he's not a monster.
The arcane bolt on him.
Yep. 8, so just the 1. Nope, so 6 is to ignore it, Lucy. Nope, so he's on 1 wound, Stu.
And I'll transfer the flame to casting on 8 on him.
No. He can shoot him.
You can, yes. Hit.
Yep.
Wounds. No rend.
I'm fine.
And then fighting.
Hit. Wounds.
Fine.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So...
1 hit. 1 wound.
-1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's dead? Yeah, there we go.
3, 1.
Wow. What a brutal, brutal game. Stu, you should have had 2 really, really good rounds of spell casting that you couldn't seem to pull off.
Unbelievable. Like, see the spell.
My numbers on some of Lucy's spells.
Yeah.
Casting.
And her dispelling as well.
And then it was 2 turns where I got no spells.
Yeah. Do you know what you need to do? Threaten your dice with buying new ones.
I have that many dice.
Stu does, he
put
plays every
them-
game under the sun.
Put them away until we've learnt the lesson.
Lucy, these did awesome.
Yes.
They were fantastic.
Them buffed, it's just like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Show them the dice.
This is the,
Is that the sin bin?
well, just about.
Put all of your Tzeentch dice in there.
At least for a week.
I don't think I think all these I used these dice at one tournament, and after the first game I
Bin them.
bought another 36.
So if anyone would like to buy these from Stu, very good for morale tests, or
No, they're not very good.
If you redeem.
So of course this game is filmed down at Catterick War Games Club. They are currently moving. They'll probably move by the time this goes up, but I'll post a link in the description to the group, so go and check them out if you live in kind of, what is it, Stu, north-westishy or Yorkshire?
Yeah, North Yorkshire.
North Yorkshire basically. Yeah, go and check them out.
It's just, I need a point when you get new dice.
We've just added up the points.
He scored 1.
2, because it was a hero.
Oh, he's got 2.
He killed Heralder.
And half of the unit. So,
And you scored 27, Lucy.
I promised him a rematch when he gets new dice, but he says he'll just keep using the same ones.
So check out Catterick War Games, guys, and we'll see you again soon.